Now that the Iron Musket has covered this, and Remington James and Greg Doucette have gone back and forth like God knows how many times. I've lost count. I think it's like 4 times at this point. I guess Remington James made a video about wanting to fight Greg or something. I don't know. But anyways, I wanted to weigh in on it because it's about food and I'm a chef. So that's pretty much it. So as far as all of the fitness stuff goes, you'll have to judge for yourself. They've done plenty of content talking about calorie content, protein content, whatever, this, that, the other thing. But how do I feel about it? I think the whole situation is fucked up, and I think that they're both trying to sell their products, and they have gotten a lot of videos out of a very small amount of drama. What it boils down to, essentially, if you are clicking on this and you don't know anything about it, I would suggest going and watching their videos. I'll try to remember to put just videos to the Iron Muskets and Greg Doucette's and Remington's latest video, but I'm not going to put every single one because it's really, I feel like I am watching an episode of Mean Girls or something because it's absolutely ridiculous. Like, Remington James is a cool dude. Did he steal recipes? Yes, but I already have a video on that, and I don't think it's really as bad as people are making it out. Yeah, Chef of 18 Years is saying that it's not that big of a deal. The condensed version of it is don't put your recipes in a public setting if you don't want them stolen. The reason why no one's stolen my recipes is because I don't post them, and the recipes I do post, I expect people to take and use however they want. If that means making money off of it, then what the fuck ever. So that is the condensed soup version of how I feel about Remington James. Otherwise, he seems like a pretty chill dude. Greg Doucette, he seems like a pretty chill dude too.
Coach Greg, and it's about 5 in the morning, and I'm just going to be honest. I couldn't sleep after watching Remington's video where he deceives his audience into thinking that his Anabutter is somehow the next best thing.
Is Remington James' product healthier than peanut butter? A little tiny bit. It probably is about the equivalent of the effectiveness of Greg's Turk Builder. You know, the one that he put on 4 pounds of muscle. I don't know. I'm not going to say bullshit or not because there's no proof one way or the other. He said he did, but there's no way of, he didn't take any scans, measurements, clamps, anything. He didn't get an MRI. He's got enough money, he could go get an MRI done and actually show physically what happened. There was no, anything to show one way or the other. So maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. Same thing that he said. The fact of the matter is they both sell food, and one of them, I think they both have an anabolic cookbook. And here's the thing. I bought Greg's cookbook. I was going to do a review on it, but I bought it in 2020 and haven't used it in 2 years. I bought it to support the guy because I like him. And the problem is that I'm busy as fuck. I work a 50-hour work week. I don't think about dinner until the night that I'm going to make dinner. So, on Friday, for example, I go, okay, I want to make something. So I flip through, I look at the cookbook. Oh, I need to order 1, 2, maybe 3 ingredients. I have to order them and have them come in. I can't just go to the store and buy anabolic shit to make the food because not all of it is available where I'm at. I'm only a quarter mile away from Walmart. I'm only about a mile away from H-E-B, and I'm about a half a mile away from an Aldi. So I can go to all 3 of those places, check, and I don't have the ingredients I need to make the shit in this cookbook. Is it worth the money? Absolutely, if you plan everything out. But I don't have time to plan, right? I have time to, on my hour drive home, think about what I'm going to make for dinner and stop at the store, pick up ingredients, and make it. And it needs to be fast, convenient, healthy, and filling all at the same time. The fact of the matter is that most of the recipes in his cookbook you can emulate close enough to get to the goal that you need. But that's not how the cookbook are treated in the ads. Now, what's the point of all this? The point of all this is to say they both have their faults. They both have things that they could be doing better. But this whole pissing contest thing, this fake ass bullshit, here's the deal. Greg's a smart guy. He's really smart. He's much smarter than me. He's got a master's degree. I only have an associate's degree, and my associate's is in restaurant and hospitality management. His is in kinesiology, which is a much tougher subject, all about hormones and stuff. That's why I don't talk about hormones on my channel. But the thing is if you're owning a restaurant and somebody else is a competitor, they are competing, say it's 2 barbecue places, and you shit on each other's restaurants, the only thing that's going to happen is people are going to get to talking about it. But people are smart enough that they will want to try it on their own. So what do? They go to both restaurants. And then you kind of start this division of like it'll be like Team Greg Barbecue and Team Remington James Barbecue, right? Or whatever. And it's healthy competition, and it doesn't really matter how much they shit on each other, because at the end of the day, it's just their opinion.
The funny thing about all this is all it's going to do is increase sales for both of us. No matter what people say. And obviously we're not planning drama, but there's no way the video that I did doesn't again sell more of your peanut butter.
I've heard multiple people say the Seco bar is awesome. I've also heard multiple people say that it tastes like a crappy power bar. For Remington James, I've heard that his food that he's producing tastes really good, but it's the other way. So it's not as healthy for you, but it tastes really good. And the point that he seems to make in most of his videos is that's the fucking goal. As a chef, there's something that I have to think about whenever I am planning a menu, planning a meal, planning anything. And what I have to think about is I have to weigh how healthy I want it to be versus how good I want it to taste. I was whole food plant-based for something like 4 years. Sauteing, you don't saute in water, but using water in substitute of oil or chicken stock or wine or whatever in place of oil. There's only so far that will get you, because butter, ghee, clarified butter, oil, pan spray, all of that kind of stuff, they aid in the Maillard reaction, which is the browning effect that occurs on food. If you don't have that, the food is going to be lacking that certain something that you're going to get if you order sauteed vegetables at a restaurant. If you go to a restaurant and you order sauteed vegetables that are sauteed in butter, it's going to taste much better, but it's also going to be worse for you. So what you have to do is strike a balance. You have to say, I'm going to make my food not taste up here, not the 100% best. I'm going to make it taste about this much worse, but it's going to be way up here for health-wise. Instead of saying, I'm going to make the absolute healthiest thing possible, and it's going to taste like shit and be dry and sucky and no one's going to want it. So Remington James and Greg Doucette are both on the spectrum. Remington James decided that he's going to value flavor a little bit more than calorie content and macros and that kind of shit. He wants the best tasting, but also healthy. So this is what it looks like when it comes to the flavor. Remington James up here, Greg Doucette down here. And this is based off of other YouTubers as well. This isn't just my personal input, right? So this is where it's at flavor-wise. But then when you get to the healthy side, it flips, right? Remington James is just not quite the good macros that Greg's is. But it's a balance. In either case, you have to make a decision. Do you find value in the thing that you're buying, in the product that you're buying? If you find value in it, then buy it. You can buy both bars if you want. You know, maybe I should do that. If you guys want me to buy a bunch of Greg's and Remington stuff and do like a in-depth analysis of them and open them up and try them and just give my honest opinion, let me know in the comments below. I might even go ahead and see if I can make something better, because why not? You know, who knows? Maybe I can. Then it comes to the peanut butter thing, and Iron Musket made this point of why the fuck are we talking about peanut butter?
Is it really fair to compare just a plain peanut butter flavor to more exotic flavors? We're comparing peanut butter to cinnamon swirl crunch and cookies and cream. I mean, again, I'm just trying to look at both sides here. I'm just saying.
Which is a fair argument, except Remington James compared it to peanut butter.
Peanut butter has less calories, more protein, and a larger serving size than regular peanut butter.
So I think a lot of this issue is how Remington James marketed his Anabutter in the first place. I don't think Greg really has a problem with it. I think he has a problem with how it was compared. Because look at it this way. If Remington James got up and he held up a cookies and cream Anabutter and said, look, this is a spread that you can use, and it's got a lot of flavors. Yes, it's sugary and stuff like that, and it may even be comparable to peanut butter, but it's a little bit healthier. Now, take that and say, but the thing is this is cookies and cream, this is Nutella. These are, if he had a chocolate spread, he could be like, well, this is my chocolate Anabutter, and this is how it compares to Nutella. and the flavors are here and there and whatever, but Nutella is so much worse for you. Maybe the flavor is about 80% of the way there. Maybe it's almost there, but not quite, but it's way better than something that's basically just made out of fat and oil, right? So if the marketing had been done better, Greg would not have had a problem with it. But because Remington compared his shit to peanut butter, now all of a sudden, he can't sleep at night. I don't think Greg really has a right to shit on Remington because they're both doing basically the same thing and they're not really taking business away from each other. There's room for both of them. Greg started it, and he started it to sell more shit. He is a businessman trying to run a business and sell things. This is a business decision. I'm a fan of Greg's. I don't watch as many of Remington James's videos because I just don't. It's nothing bad, nothing against the guy. I just don't it's kind of like that friend of a friend you always hear about, but you think you would like him, but you never hang out. It's kind of like that, except for YouTubers. I hear about Remington from other YouTubers, and actually, if Greg Doucette didn't shit on Remington James, I never would have even seen Remington James' channel. Remington James just needs to change up his marketing strategy a little bit more, because even though Greg is shitting on it and it's not really, I don't feel like it's truly sincere. I don't think he's really losing sleep over it. I think he thought that this would be a fun thing to do to get more views. And if it's not, if I'm wrong, there's no way to really say one way or the other. That's just my opinion. I don't think that Greg's a bad person. I don't think he's deliberately lying. He's just using marketing strategies to get his name out there. The best way to get your name out is to cause drama. A while back, I actually did a video. This is a cooking channel, mind you, and I did a video about Greg Doucette and vegan gains. My channel is super small. I have less than 100 subscribers. My videos on average only range from about 30 to 80 is kind of my really super informative videos about this is how you cook a fish. That one, we might get 30 views, and another one where I talk about food, and I go in depth reaction videos and stuff. Sometimes we'll get closer to 60 or 70. The drama video that I did when Vegan Gains called Greg Doucette an animal abuser got over 500 views. So it is your fault, really, that this is even happening in the first place. If you don't want to see all this drama in the fitness industry, this WWE soap opera style shit, stop watching it. But you're not going to because you like it. So that's all I got to say about that. You guys have an awesome day, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.